up, everybody? What's going on? I hope all of y'all are doing fan freaking tastic out there. I'm back and live once again. And yeah, another day, another stream, another Monday. You know what's up. So, yeah, it's kind of been a busy day so far, and it just turned noon. So, I've got a lot on my agenda to do today before I call it a night. Know what I'm saying? Yeah, first things first, I think I need to go ahead and share this link out to everybody. I think I might be live till at least 1 or 1:30, hopefully. Depends on how many people come and talk to me. Yeah, guys, how have you been doing out there? Facebook will freaking load up. Bet it's not even going to load the thumbnail. Facebook's been doing this weird thing as far as YouTube goes. Like, sometimes it won't post the thumbnail. Don't know why that is. All right, let me tweet this out too. You see, Twitter, they got the right idea. They generated the thumbnail immediately as soon as I pasted. I don't know what the heck's going on with my webcam right now. Like, I tried wiping it off, but for some reason, this upper part of the webcam right here seems to be very blurry. I don't know what the heck's causing that up there. Like, see, my face is all warped up and stuff. Ah, it's all foggy. I think it just needs cleaning. Like, not just a wipe down, like an actual clean. Because I'm looking at the webcam and I don't see any stain on it, but hopefully it's not an inside issue going on right now. That would suck. Come on, load up, load up. Chancey, what's up, homie? I can't remember what it was, but I actually went to your channel earlier this month and looked at something of yours. Can't remember what it was though. Hi Skipper, what's up? Chancey, I've been all right as I could have been throughout this pandemic, you know. But yeah, before I go any further, um, I need to address what happened with last week's vlog. Shortly after I uploaded it, a very important person in my life contacted me about the video, and for his request, I left the video unlisted. And it's not going to be a permanent unlisting. Sometime come July, like maybe the first week after July, I will go ahead and make it public again. So without going into too much detail about the situation, the video's been temporarily unlisted. That's all I can say about that. All right. So yeah, right before I did make the video unlisted though, somebody told me to go ahead and give my review about the Undertaker Last Ride documentary for this live stream. Sorry, my hair's looking a mess right now, guys. I've been awake for a few hours and it's like hot out here. Wow. So yeah. As I was watching it, I was taking some notes about some things that intrigued me. Overall, I enjoyed the series. Like with Undertaker being, in my opinion, the greatest of all time, the GOAT, and the BOAT, the best of all time. You know I had to take a look at the series all the way through. And in this day and age, it's not very often that you'll see Undertaker speak as Mark Calloway. And whenever Mark Calloway speaks, you listen. Okay? So, yeah. First of all, for chapter 1, Chancey, I rated a 9,000. Matter of fact, I rated a 27 because he wrestled at 27 different manias. So, yeah. You know, yeah, I'll go and rate it 9,000. Matter of fact, some may even say over 9,000. Couldn't resist. It was there. So, yeah. During the documentary, it made me realize that Undertaker was at 27 different WrestleManias. And WrestleMania had like 36, and Taker was a part of 27 of them. That's a lot. And you know what? If he didn't lose to Brock Lesnar, and if he didn't lose to Roman Reigns, he would have been 27-0. But right now he's 25-2. But let's see here. They addressed the Triple H and Undertaker match from WrestleMania 27, but my personal favorite match from those two had to have been Taker versus Hunter at WrestleMania 17. That match was a trip. But you see, the thing about that particular match, though, at the Georgia Superdome, back in 2012, when the world almost came to an end, I figured, you know what? If the world's about to end, I'm going to go out of it watching wrestling from one of my favorite wrestlers. So what did I do as midnight was approaching? I opened the DVD player, or back then it was my PS2, and I put in the WrestleMania 27 DVD, and I started watching Undertaker versus Triple H. I was like, yeah, if this is really going to be the end of the world, this is going to be the last match that I watch from it. Skipper, no, I have not. I'm still waiting for him to give me an offer. So a lot of people on Facebook and some of my friends have been telling me to block this account, but it's not like Nanya Business is the worst troll I ever had, because look, I'll be honest, okay? He's not saying anything I don't already know. And the thing about None of Your Business is he's kind of failing. All right. Some of you may know, some of you may not know this, but because of this Asperger's, because of this autism of mine, sometimes, or most of the times rather, I can be my biggest critic. I can be my biggest hater sometimes. I can be sitting there trying to edit a video, and I know that this YouTube stuff is far from Hollywood, far from it. I'm not as big of a deal as some of you may think I am, but I try to put my best foot forward into my content. And every time my desired deadline comes to place, I beat myself up mentally if I don't think it's 100% perfect the way I saw it in my brain. So all I can do is just try the best I can. I may only have 330 subscribers, but my wrestling training has taught me that I always got to put on the same show no matter how big the audience is. And that's one thing I've learned as of late, that I got to show more respect to the people that do support me. I've had too many chances in my past where I didn't show enough gratitude to Chancey. No, I'm not a big deal. I'm not. I've had way too many chances to show some gratitude in the past, yet I was ignoring the love. I was ignoring the little love that I was getting, and I was paying way too much attention to all that hatred. Skipper, I don't think I do. I don't know much about this person. Heck, I don't even know why I'm calling him a guy. It could be a woman. Who knows? Never know here in this day and age. Then again, how can you know anything here when you're hiding behind a keyboard or a screen? But yeah, so back to my Undertaker review. Like I said, when the world was almost ending in 2012, I decided to watch Undertaker and Triple H at WrestleMania 27 one more time. But yeah, I know I heard it one place before, but once they started talking about Taker's match at WrestleMania 30, you may as well call it the worst botch in the history of botches, or maybe the worst injury that could have affected anything in the history of wrestling. And that's when Undertaker had a concussion in the middle of the match. Like a real, not kayfabe concussion. And that one little head injury ruined the entire 21-0 winning streak. And I've been hearing a lot of internet smarks or smart marks talking about, oh, Vince McMahon doesn't care. Oh, Brock Lesnar doesn't care. Vince McMahon freaking left WrestleMania, the biggest show of the year, just to go check on one of his talents at the hospital. And Brock Lesnar went with him. And there was one little thing that Roman Reigns said as he was preparing for his match at Mania 33. He said that he has to treat every day like Mania, just like Undertaker was. And you know what? I'm gonna remember that as soon as I get the chance to wrestle live in front of an audience again. Because from now on, every time I go to make an entrance, I gotta enjoy every second of it. I gotta enjoy every cheer. I gotta enjoy every ounce of fandom that I can. Because nobody's next breath is ever guaranteed. Who knows? I might drop dead tomorrow. I was going to knock on wood, but I don't have any wood out here with me right now. Knock on brick. But yeah. Every time I press record, every time I go to edit something, I got to treat every video like it has the potential to be the best. I got to give it my all or nothing. And SSP, it's almost reaching its 1,000th public upload. And I'm not quite sure what I want to do for that episode, but I have some things in mind. But fair warning, though, because I want that 1,000th video to be special, I got to take some time off from YouTube to prepare that one video. I don't care if I miss a pay-per-view for Ring Ramblings. I don't care if I have to miss a few weeks of Sup Everybody. If I hit the 999th public upload, I need to make sure that the 1,000th upload is awesome. All right, now moving on to chapter 2. He was discussing some of his surgeries, and then that's how much, when he started discussing his surgery, The Undertaker, it made me realize just how long this guy's been in the business. He's 50. I think last time I checked, he's like 55, maybe 56. But he has been old by age standards. He's been old for years. And he's been injured for years. Not the number 4 years, but a lot of years. He's been injured and old. And this man, he really is a phenom if he can go out there and put on the performance of a lifetime. Now, watching chapter 2, it also made me realize how much I kind of hate that I don't get to see Michelle McCool or Lay Cool as much anymore. I think it would have been a good moment or a good match to see Lay Cool versus the Iconics. I know Undertaker's a country music fan, and I was raised up in the South, so that does mean part of me does like country music as well. But one of the things he said was, I ain't as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was. I think that was a Toby Keith song. I can't remember. But Toby Keith is like my second favorite male country artist. The first one's Alan Jackson. I also forgot that how much of a Christian man Undertaker is, or Mark is. And I remembered seeing that interview he did for a pastor a few years ago. And when he was working out in that garage or that shed, I remember seeing this. He had this big poster hanging on his wall about one of the Psalms. I can't remember what it was, but I think it was something about, Lord, I prepare for battle and I wrap my hands up, or something like that. I can't remember. But I saw what Michelle McCool was wearing on her workout gear. It said, God is dope. And yep, God is dope. I can't disagree with that. Now, in chapter 2 and chapter 3, I got 2 different memes I could probably use for different videos in the future. I have a whole folder full of video memes for me to use every so often. I think the one I use the most is, boy, if you don't get. But yeah, in chapter 2, one Undertaker meme he said was, That's a sadistic individual over there. It seems pretty funny hearing Taker, of all people, say that. Cryo boy, what's up? Yeah, you sliding up in the building, sliding into PMs. The DMs is the direct messages. The PM is the public messages, I guess. But yeah, and chapter number 3, I didn't get much. I didn't get too many notes, but I laughed my butt off when he said, "Go F yourself." Yep, that's definitely going to be a new meme in the future. Hey, Cryo Boy, before I continue, how should I pronounce your name? Is it Cyro Boy or Cryo Boy? I'll post it in the chat. Hold on. So yeah, Sio or Cryo. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that right. All right, now chapter 4. I'm actually surprised the WWE Network actually showed a little thing in the background promoting Double or Nothing at Starcast. I didn't think they'd do that, but yeah, once they brought up an article, I saw the word Double or Nothing listed on the article. Yes, Chansey. Yes, I will win the APW Championship eventually, whether it's the heavyweight title or the Carolina title. My brother held the Carolina title once, so I might get that one to prove it. But yeah, Eric Darkstorm, if you're out there, Chansey here wants me to take your belt. I did help you win that belt the night that you lost to Zuka King, so you owe me one. Yeah, you owe me one. So yeah, part of me as a rookie felt a little bit relieved because like the night after WrestleMania 35, Vince wanted him to do a little spot with Elias, and Taker forgot his gear. You mean to tell me that even Undertaker forgets his gear? I found that hilarious. All right, so yeah, he started talking about. Yes, Skipper, I actually do. He does have a point, but he's playing the devil's advocate. So even though he has a point, he's still just one person. And besides, I don't think that there's too much that I can trust about him. I mean, come on, I'm over here with a real face and showing my true self. I've been documenting my maturity for the past 5 years. I've had my ups, I've had my downs. I remember that video I made when I wasn't even a year into the website yet or onto the channel yet. No. I think not sure if it was April 2016 or not. But yeah, I can't remember what episode it was, but I remember years ago I freaked out on camera. Sometimes I look back at my old vlogs and I just shake my head like, boy, I was a dummy back then. But that's life, you know. You grow old, you get wiser, and you regret the past. But I'm through suffering for the past. If I have to accept my punishment like a man, then fine. I guess I will. I reap what I sow, and if I have to pay for the sins of how much of an idiot I was years ago, then so be it, I guess. So let's see here. Oh, Cryo. Cryo. Okay. Cryo. I like that name. Chansey, I think my best match so far has to be the one I had with Lucky Ali, and that was back on Friday the 13th of all dates, back in March. And yeah, Lucky Ali, he was a very talented individual, and that was the last match I had for a public stream. I don't know what it was, but right before the pandemic happened, having that match with Jacoby Boykins, having that triple threat match, and having that match with the Lucky Ali. There's been something about the beginning of this year that was making me really feel like an actual wrestler. Like, I think I've been in the business at least somewhat long enough now to come up with some good stories like anybody else would back in the locker room. All right. But yeah, back to the Undertaker documentary. In chapter 4, he started talking about Extreme Rules 2019, and with the exception of that choke slam and that tombstone he did on AJ back in Saudi Arabia, that Extreme Rules match he had teaming with Roman to take on Drew and Shane, that match actually looked pretty cool. So he actually performed pretty well in that compared to his match with Goldberg. And now chapter 5, the big one. The thing about chapter 5 was that they released that particular chapter on Father's Day. So it was kind of cool to see Undertaker start talking about his dad. And when Undertaker was going into the Performance Center, the PC, I saw him talking to all the NXT talent, and the moment I saw Undertaker shake hands with Damian Priest, I was glad. I enjoyed seeing that moment because I'm a big fan of Damian Priest now. Okay? And I always called The Undertaker the great example of the scary gimmick, you know? Skipper, do I think the person... No, Skipper, I don't think that's him at all. I highly doubt it. But yeah, anyway, I thought Undertaker was the greatest example of who is the scary gimmick. Okay? And when I first laid eyes on Damian Priest, is South Carolina racist? I hope not. A lot of us Southern folk get a lot of bad reputation because of the past or just where we are. But to call the state racist, no. If it was racist, I don't think they'd allow one of those Black Lives Matter protests on top of the hill twice. Which that reminds me, guys, for those of you that don't know, one of my friends is Odarius Mills. Okay. He's a very good rapper. He's nicknamed OD, right? A few weeks ago when I was wearing that shirt on the vlog that said, "Officer, please can you move your knee?" OD gave me that shirt. All right. And he gave me that shirt for the day of the protest that happened downtown. And as that protest was happening, he was filming stuff for a music video. And he uploaded that music video this past Friday. So if I remember, then go look up OD I Can't Breathe. I'm not sure if it'll take you to the music video or the song, but if you find OD I Can't Breathe, then you can find the music video. Yeah, Skipper, I know. And I just had a big debate about the Confederate flag on Facebook earlier this week. I mean, back when I was a lot younger, the Confederate flag was just there, I guess. I know my dad used to have it, and I know back in the past, during some of my videos, I did have a Confederate flag in the background. But there's a few things to keep in mind for that. One, that is not my flag. I didn't claim that flag. I'm not using that flag. And second, it wasn't my room. But yeah, I just do not agree with the past of the Confederate flag anymore. I don't. I don't want to associate with it. To me, being here in America, there's only one flag that I can or should associate with, and that's the good old red, white, and blue itself, Old Glory. The red and white stripes, the blue square in the corner, all 50 stars. That's the flag I associate with. This is America. But yeah, back in the Civil War, the Confederate flag was not the example of unity. So it kind of makes me question why some people would support both flags when both flags were at a war with each other. Pick a side. Plus, it's kind of hard to support something that was part of the KKK, you know? Now, I'm not going to say that I know for a fact if some of my past family members was in the KKK or not, but again, that's them years ago before I was even born. So, yeah, back to the documentary again. Let's see here. Like I said, Undertaker was the perfect example of who is a good scary gimmick. And when he shook hands with Damian Priest, I was happy. And the first time I laid eyes on Damian Priest was when he was working in Ring of Honor, ROH, as the name of Punishment Martinez. And I was enjoying everything about this guy. He was about almost 7 foot tall. He was kind of built like Undertaker, except a little bit leaner. Yet, I remember seeing old footage of Undertaker being able to leap over the top rope like a suicide dive almost. And I see Punishment Martinez not only do that same leap, but do that same leap over the entire corner. When you're jumping over the rope, you're just jumping over one line. When you're jumping over the turnbuckle, you're jumping over the corner, the actual turnbuckle rail, and the post. So if anything, that's a good 1.5 feet. So that 7 foot monster jumped over the entire corner to land on his opponent. And the moment he gets to do that in NXT again, I'm not sure if he did it already or not, but the moment he gets to do that in NXT again, that's going to be something special. And right now, as far as scary gimmick goes, it's not like any other wrestling promotion is lacking it. But okay, let's see. When I think about New Japan, as far as Undertaker goes, I think of people like Sonata and Evil. Ring of Honor, it was Damian Priest, but now I think you could call it PCO, being like Frankenstein almost. Impact, you got people like Sue Young and Rosemary. I think AEW, they have people like Lance Archer and Brody Lee. Here in WWE today, we got the Fiend Bray Wyatt. I see a good future in him. Heck, even at APW of all places, Jack's insane. So the scary gimmick is always going to be there in wrestling, and I think you can thank the Undertaker for that. The scary gimmick is the one that's supposed to be playing the mind games, and it's working. Another person I can call that scary gimmick for was Rage Davison, so I can't forget about him. I got to get him back for that chokeslam, though. He's still a monster. I'm still afraid of him a little bit, but yeah, I got to get him back for that chokeslam. So yeah, I can't remember if it was George Strait that sung it, but I know Undertaker's a big George Strait fan because of the Troubadour song. But one of the things he said was, he's here for a good time, not a long time. Ain't that the truth? But Undertaker, he had a brother named Tim, and apparently Tim died on Mark's birthday, March 24th. Man, I can't think of any other personal heartbreak than to lose a family member on a birthday of all occasions. So that was very heartbreaking to read right there. Let's see here. During one of the highlight reels for the Boneyard match, they started playing Metallica, For Whom the Bell Tolls, and I forgot how awesome that song was. I haven't heard that song all the way through in quite a while. So once that highlight reel started playing, I couldn't help but to headbang. Man, it's making me miss my long hair. But I wish they would have saved the Troubadour tribute for the end of the video or the end of the show, because I'll admit I started crying. Well, almost. I definitely felt some tears going on, but if it wasn't for this eye right here getting some kind of weird burning sensation, then I would have cried even more, because I had to pause and like get whatever it was in there to wipe it out. No, the burning sensation of the crying was not related. I promise. And that tribute show that they did on SmackDown, that was pretty cool too. Seeing Jeff Hardy do the Undertaker on the knee pose right there for the picture of Undertaker on the Titantron. That looked pretty memorable, but I kind of wish he would have chosen different colors for that event. Maybe a little blue and purple. Wouldn't have hurt anything. Skipper, in my day and age, in this area especially, I'm handicapped. It's kind of a situation where you're danged if you do and danged if you don't. So, yeah, even though I say I don't support the Confederate flag, there's always going to be people there that still support it. If I do support the Confederate flag, which I don't, there's going to be people there that'll call me racist and whatever. And that's just a big rabbit hole that I am not willing to fall down. The facts are the facts, and I can't deny any of them. So I cannot say that personally, deep down in my soul, that I can agree with the Confederate flag. I can't. Thanks, Carwell. I think you remember telling me that he kind of looked like Killmonger in that. I sent Lucky the that comment on Facebook, and he laughed about it and said that he got that a lot. My brother was telling me about how Lucky Ali was at a show in North Carolina one time, and there was another wrestler who didn't believe that Lucky Ali was that good of an individual, and he hated the fact that he had to team up with them. So I'm not quite sure what that was about. So yeah, as far as Undertaker saying that this cowboy's finally going to ride off into the sunset, and he has no desire to get back into the ring again. I'm pretty sure that eventually Taker will be back to do something for an in-ring appearance. But then again, he also said that he Taker also said that he wouldn't mind doing more of those cinematic movie style matches in the future. And you know what? Because of all these cinematic matches going on, like at WrestleMania with the Boneyard match, the Firefly Funhouse match, what happened at Money in the Bank, that ninja battle that Street Profits and Viking Raiders had, it's kind of interesting, you know? And I think we can thank Matt Hardy for this. All that stuff Matt Hardy was doing in Impact with the final deletion and stuff. I think he was really the one that set the bar for that kind of style. Yeah. That was funny, Cyro. Cryro. I gotta beat that into my skull eventually. Ooh, my neck. I think my favorite spot from that match was when he sent me into the corner, or when I sent him into the corner one. I went charging in after him. He gave me that elbow, and he went to go do that cross body off the middle rope, and I did the matrix backwards, and he fell flat on his face from that. But when he got back up, though, I was measuring him, waiting to hit him with that spear. I hit him with the spear, and my cameraman went like, "Oh!" That was the best pop I think I've ever heard from him. And the guy that was recording my matches, though, whenever you see that camera record from that corner in a action-packed wrestling, that's my friend Damien. The last time he was on SSP, he was playing a game of Uno with Helpful Man, and he pulled out a gun on me. So yeah, Damien played Bully Bill once upon a time in the Helpful Man mini movie. Damien was also the cameraman for the video where I was pointing at the WrestleMania sign. So yeah, Damien's good people. But once I hit him with that spear, and he gave me that reaction on camera, I laughed the heck out of that. I think another moment I enjoyed was when I had that match with Savannah, and I did that matrix on her, and I don't even remember not touching the ground. I just bent all the way back, not using my hands, and I came all the way back up. And I heard somebody in the background of the footage saying, "Good Lord, did not even use his hands." And then it was something impossible. And then I heard, I think somebody else called him stupid for saying that, but I'm not sure. So, yeah, about my conquered fear. Yesterday at church, right now, church is still social distancing within itself. And every time I'm going now, I wear a mask whenever possible. But when I was at church yesterday, I finally conquered my fear of giving a musical performance by myself. For those of you that don't remember, back in 2018, I released a video of a music video, rather, called For Him. And I got to perform that song live in front of everybody. I was nervous as heck, yet I had to remind myself that God is greater than all my fears. And he pulled me through it. He put me up there on stage, and I rocked it. Thankfully, I was able to have a practice one person in attendance gig first before the service began. But during the service, I did kind of run out of breath for a moment, and I did stutter at one point. But during the actual performance itself, I went through it all the way smoothly, and I actually got a standing ovation. Now, I myself did not record the performance, yet, due to the church still social distancing or whatever, and still having limited amounts of people in the sanctuary, the services are still getting broadcasted to Facebook Live. So, thankfully, my performance got live streamed to Facebook somewhere. One other thing I had to remind myself that I wasn't just singing for the people in the crowd. I wasn't just singing to conquer fear. I was singing to God. And technically, you can't even call it singing. You got to call it rapping. But whatever. I still got through it, and I might do that again at another church in the future. I definitely feel the need. I got to do that at the Fountain of Life Church now because they was that was my home church. No matter what, that's my home church. All right. So yeah, I think my next live stream is going to be July the 27th, maybe noon if possible. Skipper, I'm not quite sure. I know my biological dad out of town. He has a Confederate flag, and he he agrees with it, but it's his thing. Okay, it's his thing. And my mom, she just calls it a battle flag. And my stepdad, I'm not quite sure what his stance is on it, but right now they don't have any issue with me supporting my own lifestyle. They understand that I'm a grown man, and they get me. They get me. I think that's all I can ask for because I was actually starting to have a fear that I was going to be blackballed and shunned because I wouldn't agree with it. So, yeah. I feel like doing some tier list right now. Let me look up a tier list. I've been seeing like a lot of memes and Facebook posts here and there of some tier list or whatever about wrestling greats or whatever. Like I remember seeing one tier list about um I remember seeing one tier list about wrestlers and how good they were. I was on Twitter and somebody made a tier list of profile pictures, and you know, I'll leave it up to you. What kind of tier list would you like to see me do? Do you want to see me do a tier list for wrestlers or a tier list for cartoons? Why am I about to get this guy clout? Why? Hold on. This guy is so rude. This guy is so rude. I was about to block this guy come July 1st if he didn't give me that offer, but I might as well go check this out. Let me share the screen here if I can. Y'all gonna watch this with me. All right, I'll remember that. All right, share screen. Share. Share audio too. Okay. Share. Let's go see what this guy has. All right. Let me put in my headphones for this, just in case there's an echo. I think that's how it's spelled. Let's see here. Channel. Is this him? It's orange like him. Yeah, that's him. My face reveal and offer for James. All right. What you got?
Hello, James. Now you're probably wondering who I am and why I'm here,
Hold,
so I'll just get to it.
hold on, let me up the quality if I can. Okay. I can barely recognize that dude with all the pixels in the way.
See, I am the leader of the YouTube channel, None Your Business. I'm the reason you have all those dislikes.
Oh, come on, stop rendering. Let me take it down to 720. Have I say anything yet? No, okay. This thing is not loading.
Of the YouTube channel, None Your Business.
You don't say.
I'm the reason you have all those dislikes on your channel.
So,
That's me. And it's simple because I think your videos are stupid. I think they're dumb. I'd rather watch the cat videos than watch your channel. Let me introduce you to me. My name is Ace Harris, and I'm here to
I think I heard that name somewhere before. Oh well.
issue you an open challenge. You name the place, you name the time, you pick any stipulation you want. But here's the thing, if you lose, you and your cringeworthy videos will be gone from YouTube
What?
forever. That's why I'm here. I want to take them videos and I want to take you out. So, what's it going to be, James? You going to answer the open challenge? I'll be right here waiting. Until then, you stay outrageously optimistic all year round. Booyah.
That's not even how you say it. That guy does look familiar, though. I have a hunch. I think I might remember who that guy is, but I'll wait till after the stream, but to do my research. But oh my god, I I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say right now. Skipper, I don't know. This is a lot. This is a lot to think about. You know. Skipper, if that's a fat joke, I appreciate that. I'm not sure how long some of you know my brother, but if you take a look at past videos and see how my brother used to look, you can see that he's definitely put on a few pounds since then. I remember being at another show and my friend Big Country said that it's like Josh and I swap bodies, and Josh used to be the one to call me fat boy. Man, do I take the deal? I don't know. This is something I got to think about. This is something I got to think about. But did this guy really take credit for all of my dislikes? I don't even know. This is just a very strange situation. I never had to deal with anything like this before. But I think I finally got a real face to go with it now. Look, right now, I guess at this point, all I can say is stay tuned to SSP. Stay tuned to SSP. That's all I can say for now. Stay tuned to SSP for any further developments. All right. Nunya, if you're still out there watching, I know that you said that if I try to join your Discord server, then you would ban me. I don't want to be in your Discord server. I don't. I've recently, even though I haven't deleted the actual account, my personal account, it's still there, just sitting there collecting internet dust right now. But if you want me to dust off this account, then I think me and you can talk about something in your server or in your private messages. But I'm not going to come in there unless you invite me. I could care less about whatever it is you or your other trolls in there may be discussing. Cryo, I don't. I'm not letting him bring me down. But I mean, he did put the ball in my court, though. He did say I can pick the stipulation. So there's a lot that I got to consider before I accept such a challenge. And you know what? But again, I think this might be an opportunity to showcase how much I really do love this content, how much I really do love this channel. I mean, I gotta defend my baby, don't I? Don't I? A good shepherd has to look after his sheep, doesn't he? You think I want to let this wolf come in here and ruin what I got? No. I mean, yeah, if I ignore it, but what will be the integrity in that? Again, there's like a lot I've got to consider. A lot I've got to consider. And plus, like I said, this guy, he still looks somewhat familiar. Like I've seen him somewhere before. But after the stream is over, which I think is getting pretty close to it, I'm going to do my research on this guy and see if he is if he is who I think he is. So, yeah. So let's just try to change the topic for now. I'm surprised Nadia isn't typing in the chat right now anymore. I don't know where the heck he's at, but So yeah, let me go and take a look for a tier list and see what's up. That might be what ends the video or ends the stream. Yes, that's just water right there, guys. All right, let me take a look at this. Okay. Wrestler tier list. Wrestling tier list templates, tier maker. Let me see what you guys want. Share screen. Share. Okay. Let's see our best wrestlers of all time. Full WWE full roster with NXT, WWE belts, championships, AEW roster, best matches of all time, draft 2020, best wrestlers. I'm gonna go with this one. Full roster with NXT. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, we got champion, main event, upper mid card, lower mid card, upper low card, lower low card, kickoff show. All right, so it looks like I'm booking a show based on the how good I think the talent is. Choir Boy, yes, I do have my own house. The house is in my name. My name is on the deed and the title. But my mom and her boyfriend do live there with me. They're paying me rent. Enough rent to help pay the bill, so I guess that's all I can ask for. All right, so now when I encounter a tag team, I guess I got to include the tag team in the same spot. So yeah. All right, we got one member of AOP. I'm sorry, there's just something about the AOP that I'm not that big of a fan for. So you might as well go and put both members of AOP in the lower mid card. AJ, oh yeah, he's definitely worthy of being in the upper mid card or the main event. If you can load up. Definitely main event material. Okay, Bailey. That's huggable Bailey, so maybe upper low card. Iconics kickoff show. I'm sorry. I'm not quite sure who that is. I think that's Aaliyah, maybe. But yeah, go and put Aaliyah on the kickoff show. Adam Cole, definitely a champion. Who else we got? Apollo Crews. Definitely an upper mid card for now, anyway. Ariya Daivari. He should be on the upper mid card. I kind of like Daivari. Bray Wyatt. That's not Firefly Funhouse Bray, nor is that Fiend Bray, so I got to go with that. Upper mid card. Andrade Almas. Sorry, lower mid card for him. Buddy Murphy. Upper mid card. Buddy's pretty cool. All right, Baron Corbin. Everybody hates Baron Corbin, but you know what? I think he's pretty cool. I might put him in the main event. Why not? I think Corbin is very underrated. Okay. I'm going to check back at the chat every so often. I can't look at two windows at the same time. Well, I can, but I don't think it'd work. But well. All right. Street Profits. Definitely championship material. All right. Becky Lynch. Again, championship material. All right. Mustafa Ali. Meh. Lower mid card. I don't even know who that guy is. Kickoff show. Jeez Louise, I have a lot. Yeah, I can't do all these. So yeah, as far as None of Your Business or Ace Harris challenge goes, I still got to think about it. I might have an answer for him by tomorrow. Maybe. But again, maybe we can discuss plans on his Discord or wherever else he may like. He knows how to find me elsewhere on social media, like on Twitter or the Facebook like page. So, yeah, I guess we're going to see what happens. And Skipper, he doesn't have as many subscribers as I do. He only has 2. So, yeah, I got to think about this. So until next time. Until next time, make sure all of you remember to be outrageously optimistic year round. Ooh, yeah. I'm out. And here comes my hook of appreciation. Bye. I love you all.